Hey guys, it's Daniel with Perspective, and MSNBC, Comcast, has always had an interesting take on elections, which has been, hey, did you make a lot of money? If you made a lot of money, we'll talk to you. We'll take you seriously. We'll basically do whatever you say. Just please spend money on ads with us. Now, this is an interesting time since Bernie Sanders is now raising more money than any other Democratic candidate. Let's see if that message stays consistent.
Well, they do tell you something about the state of each campaign, the energy they're generating, especially among donors, sometimes big donors, sometimes small dollar donors. But I have to say, when it comes to sort of the all-important role of fundraising, I'm a little bit more on the skeptical side when it comes to this stuff. I look at it this way.
Really? MSNBC, not sure that money's that important in a primary. Go on.
I don't think there is anything wrong with anybody's fundraising that a strong performance in Iowa, New Hampshire, and the early states wouldn't make right. And I don't think there is anything right with anybody's fundraising numbers that a poor performance in those early states would make wrong.
Wait a minute. MSNBC is saying that, hey, you could make some money, you could not make some money, you could still do well in Iowa. What? When has MSNBC in their history ever thought that? It's almost as if they're thinking something that makes them get what they want, and they have no principles. Let's continue.
We have seen this before. I remember the all-powerful Howard Dean fundraising machine came roaring into 2004. He had the money to go the distance. He fell flat in his face in Iowa, and all that money counted for nothing.
He didn't fall on his face. You pushed him off a cliff, and he went, ah, all the way down.
I think it also tells us a little bit, though, about excitement for a candidate. Bernie Sanders was somebody who was, I don't want to say flying under the radar because that's not giving him enough credit, but somebody who maybe wasn't as highly targeted by the other candidates.
By flying under the radar, she means we completely ignored him, said he had no chance of winning, Biden was the way to go, and all his fans were racist, sexist Bernie bros. But now that he actually has a chance of winning,
so far in the race, but he's raised over $30 million. It is a ton of money from small donations. I think it's 1.8 million donors or something like that. That's a lot of excitement for a Sanders candidacy heading.
It cemented Bernie Sanders' status as a front runner.
Oh. Just now, in 2020, is when you think Bernie Sanders is cemented as a frontrunner. Not when he has huge early donations from, not his million-man army of people said they're going to volunteer, not his campaign status and his polling numbers, nothing. Now MSN's like, frontrunner status. I believe he could do it. Yeah. Bullshit.
I will say that it seems like both Biden and Sanders could have a path to the nomination, even if they don't have first place finishes in those first two states, but Buttigieg and Warren, maybe not so much.
And there you have it, the professionalism from a panel whose work and discussion can be summarized as, if he has money, he could be in a race, and you need money to be in a race. You also need to win in Iowa and other states to get delegates to be in the race. I think you could have an elementary school student who had a nice suit do this with about the same gravitas or the same information. What a segment. What a segment. This is where we're at, folks. This is peak news, peak establishment media. This is what people listen to in retirement homes. This is what, again, their average age is like, what, 67? Sadly, these are the people listening to this that think this is real news. There are so many people that take this as gospel. It's up to us to change that and remind them that they really don't even know what they're talking about. Till next time, guys.
What the fuck is going on?
This is NBC, and this is what professionalism looks like. A camera moving towards my face.